Hello. Wow. It's not really much of a hype these days with round one, is it? Since we have Gather Round. But welcome back. So I got a solid 1 out of 2. Now, obviously, Hawthorn won by 20 points against Sydney at the SCG on the Friday night. It was good until the rain started, and then Sydney just sort of died down in that last term. And the other match was a very disappointing game. Collingwood GWS at NG Stadium. Collingwood lost by 52 points, and wow, not much really to say. Craig McRae had more of a fight than the actual Collingwood players themselves. Anyways, let's go to Richmond versus Carlton, the real match that should be every year. But I mean, if they keep having Gather Round, is there really point in having Richmond Carlton on a Thursday night in round one? So we got, it's tough because obviously Richmond are on the rebuild, and Carlton, well, they do have injuries too, but it's just going to be a bloodbath. I'm going to go Carlton by 41 points just in case it's about 50. Next game is a Friday night, Hawthorn versus Essendon. I mean, Essendon have played impressive football in the pre-season, but Hawthorn at the MCG, yes, Essendon's home ground as well, technically. But at the same time, Hawthorn played really, really well against, who they played? Sydney. So you've got to back Hawthorn in. And I'm going to predict Hawthorn to win by, it's going to be a close game, I reckon. 21 points in the end. I just see Hawthorn just run over the top. Essendon will give a good fight until probably midway through the fourth term, and then just drop away. Their skills will be sloppy, and Hawthorn will just run over the top and win. So Will Day will have 32 touches. That's my opinion. Alright, the next game is a Saturday, Geelong versus Fremantle. Unfortunately, I will not be attending this game. I have a football match on in Melbourne, so at about 5 o'clock. So I want to try and beat the traffic best I can. I know, fake fan, but I pay $1,300 for my membership. So, you know what? Enough said. I just accidentally tipped Freo, but Freo have, won the last, I think they've won the last 3 matches, if I'm not mistaken, against us. As being a Cats fan, it's tricky, because Fremantle's best are definitely scary, but I don't know, I think we will be ready. We've got some good additions in. No Sean Manor, no Hawkins, unfortunately, because he's retired. No Zach Tui, he's retired too. I don't know, I feel like Shannon Neal's going to step up and he's going to kick 4 goals, and Bailey Smith's going to have 21 touches on debut, and he's going to kick a goal to win us the match. And Geelong going to win by 4 points. It's going to be a thriller. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. And I'm getting a phone call at the moment. Why? Go away. Alright. The next game is Sydney versus Brisbane. Oh, Sydney have been very disappointing the last 2 matches. Obviously the grand final, and I don't like this being a grand final rematch. I'm just going to tip Brisbane because they are the premiers, and I'm going to tip Brisbane to win by 32 points. Will Ashcroft is going to have a day out with 33 touches, 9 clearances, and 2 goals. Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. Now, Western Bulldogs do have a few injuries, so no Bont, no Traw. So I'm going to go an upset here. I'm going to predict North Melbourne to win. An absolute thriller. They'll win by 1 point, and it'll be with 45 seconds to go, and it's going to be stoppage after stoppage until 45 seconds is up. That is my prediction, and LDU kicks the goal. Next game is the MCG, Collingwood versus Port Adelaide. Now, Collingwood had a disappointing game. The media have really been bashing them, so they will stand up to Port Adelaide, and they will bounce back and they'll win by 22 points on a Friday night. This would be a fun game to go to, but I think I will be still at football, so I'll probably be listening to it on the way home. Are they too old? I mean, they said that every year about Geelong and and all that, so I don't know. Collingwood, no. They're a champion team, so you can't really write them off after one game, and it's a bit of a reaction by the media for sure. I mean, AFL media is one of the worst sports media in the world, easily. Alright, the next game is Sunday at Adelaide Oval. Adelaide versus St Kilda. Or you can say St Kilda are definitely the underdog. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, St Kilda, they can be good on their day, and they can just be terrible. So, but Adelaide, Riley Thilthorpe, he's going to kick 5 goals, and he's going to start the season well. Tech's going to kick 3, and Adelaide are going to win by 36 points. It's going to be a 6-goal win. Next game is Melbourne versus GWS Giants. Now, GWS had a really good win against Collingwood. They played some really good football, and they still got a lot of talents to come back in. Tom Green could come back in, but I don't know if this is an upset really, because I am backing in the Melbourne Demons to win. Come out firing. You've got Track, you've got Clayton Oliver. They're going to come out firing. They're both going to have 30 to 40 touches each. 85% disposal efficiency. That is my call. Not sure if I'm going to do big calls or anything like that, even though that might be. Yeah, so I'm going to tip Melbourne to win by an even 2 goals. It's going to be a close game, and Melbourne will, they'll come out firing, and they'll show teams what they can do in 2025. The next game is West Coast Eagles versus Gold Coast Suns. Yes, Gold Coast did win their last away game against Essendon, I believe. Was it Richmond? I can't remember off the top of my head. In saying that, I am predicting West Coast come out with an absolute bang. They're going to win at home. They will win by a solid 8 points is my prediction. Jake Waterman to kick 6 goals and to lead his team to a win. He's going to kick 6 goals, 1, and West Coast are going to win by 8 points. So there you have my predictions. Maybe some big calls, maybe some obvious calls. You know, it is what it is. This is the top of my head. I have another season prediction video coming out tonight, and I will be having my own podcast for 2025. I know, it'll just be me just talking rubbish and basically just doing what I'm doing now and just giving my personal opinion on topics. It'd be, so I'll explain more. If you watch the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you in the next video. Peace.